Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. I'm Kenneth Low, CSSV Technical Director of Version 2 Singapore Pty Limited. And today is topic is maximize endpoint visibility and response with Atera RMM. So before we start, please be reminded this is a webinar section, so you cannot turn on your mic. In case you have any question or comments or something you want me to talk about more clearly, please type in the chat or the question box. I will answer you guys right away. Or if you really want to turn on the mic to speak to us, then please let me know in the chat or on the question box, then I can unmute you. So let's get started for today's content. Then we can discuss a little bit in case you guys got any questions. So today's agenda, we will talk about some cyber threat or cyber security landscape in Singapore, and then take an overview of RMM, and then talk about key capabilities of the endpoint protection with integration of Atera and some use cases and some live demo. Of course, the last is a Q&A section. So based on the CSA Singapore annual report, ransomware and malware scamming are rising, no decrease. Well, in general, there is a slight decrease in 2004, I think, for the successful ransomware. Yeah, worldwide. Yeah, but mainly from US and Europe, I think. APAC still increasing. So small and medium enterprise are the top targets, and endpoints is the most explored attack surface, which is a very good starting point for the cyber criminals. So we do need a automated real-time endpoint monitoring and remediation in case there's a threat or vulnerabilities. Okay. So why endpoint visibility matters? Because there's a bunch of tools, fragment tools that may not integrate, especially on the SME scenario. If you are in a larger or corporate, they may adopt some SIM XDR to integrate those events and have more overall insight to those attack and issues. But for SMB, we don't have such kind of tools to help us, and we usually have some delay on patching, and that creates a vulnerability that the hacker can make use of it. And of course, lack of visibility to the user endpoints is also a headache. Sometimes it's not just because there's no monitoring tools or others, but nowadays we have the complexity of like virtual machine, VDI, work from home. So that will be a headache or difficulties, obstacles to have a better visibility for our endpoints. And in many cases, we're still using manual process to do the threat remediation, like update software, patching, which is undesirable nowadays because we have bunch of threats and vulnerabilities, and bunch of updates and patching had to do and manually release every day. So pure manually really become not feasible at all if you want to upkeep a healthy up-to-date patching and software updates for endpoints. So let's quick introduce about Atera RMM, which is a unified remote management and monitoring platform. It is an all-in-one solution for IT teams and MSP. It combines RMM and PSA and remote access. So it's designed for simplicity, scalable, and automate. So you can make peace of mind with Atera. So let's focus on the endpoints. So we do continuous endpoint monitoring. We have automation profile to auto patching and update your software. We support remote script execution in case of incident. And we have a real-time alert and ticketing system to help you to more timely follow-up with the issues. And we have some strategic integration with any other security tools within Atera. So let me quick talk more about Atera. Then I will go up a short demo to focus on the endpoints monitoring and automations. So Atera, as I said, we have solutions for IT internal use for IT. We call the IT department version, and also the MSP support MSP with MSP version. So the majority of the functional feature is almost the same. Just that MSP will have additional features like invoicing, billing, and more customer management. But on the monitoring and patching automation part is almost the same. Yeah. Just on those price tiering others. Yeah. So let's back about how it works. So for Atera, we are a SaaS platform building on Microsoft Azure. We have enterprise-grade security and compliance, data analysis and protection. And on top of that, we make use of the Copilot AI, so you will have much more capability, not just screening and patching, but more AI usage that it will enhance your productivity also. So on top of our platform, we offering remote management and monitoring, help desk and ticketing, network monitoring, custom report, app center. Those are the third-party application we can integrate, and we support install agent of Windows, Mac, and Linux. Not just that, we can also monitor those devices with the install agent through SMP, TCP, and others. Yeah, I will show you a little bit later. So why Atera is unique? First, it's an all-in-one platform. As I said, it is RMM and PSA integration. So you can integrate the remote management and monitoring with a handy and easy to use ticketing system. So streamline your support and maintenance process to make it deliver timely manner with automation and saving time. And it is intuitive, which is easy, very easy to use. And one very important point is we support unlimited device, which means we license by engineers only. So in case you have 5 engineers serving 500 endpoints, maybe there's laptops and others. So we just license by the 5 engineers. So no matter how many endpoints and user device you have, you can freely add it up, install, and manage them. There will be no additional cost. So we license and billing per engineer's lock-in, not the managed endpoint. So this is a very, very loved advantage from Atera. So there is also a few advantage. I will go through it quickly, then we'll go to live demo. Please know me a question in case you want to know more. So we have a predictive alerts, actionable and data-driven insight, and powerful automation. What does it mean? Okay, first, we'll actively monitor all your device status and fire up alerts in case it's over a certain threshold to achieve a predictive alerts. Yeah, we can alert you there's something goes wrong before it really goes wrong. Okay, like memory goes up, CPU goes up, certain less important service is down, or server supporting service is down, then your main service will be also down, or the response time or something is slower than a certain point in case your application got the figures you can collect. then you can fire up alerts, and we can help you to have auto response and auto remediation with those alerts, with patching, updates, or scripts to fix it. So it's just very, very powerful and easy to use tools to help engineers. And for the ticketing, we also adopt many automation for you. First of all, which I like very much and also like by many end users, we have an AI auto ticketing mechanism, which is in case someone file up alerts or file up tickets, saying something about maybe the server is down, I cannot print, or the ERP system extremely slow, whatever, we will check the tickets with our AI technology to triage this is a network problem, this is a server problem, this is a hardware problem, or what kind of malware problem. Then you can have our automation ticketing rules to auto dispatch your tickets to different audience, namely the engineers or the network team or endpoint team, server team, application team. So we will help you assign the ticket to those different people who match with the ticket auto ticket AI text. And of course, we support some customer portal to let the end user to review the tickets, raise the tickets, reply for all the tickets, and also see them KB and even use our self-serve capability of the user portal. We can list a bunch of software that allow user to self-serve to call for install. Then we need not to raise a ticket. Then we can install or patch some software for the end user. And also we have a network discovery tools, because if you want to manage your security, first of all, you need to know what you have to manage, right? So if you're not clear how many endpoints you are actively using or exist in your network, you cannot completely protect them, right? So a network discovery is a handy tools come with Atera. We can scan your network regularly to find out any new rough device, suspicious device, new personal device, or any IoT device, BYOD devices exist. And also we can do some simple security check like open ports and possible vulnerabilities. Okay. Last screen to show is about the automation. I will demonstrate more in depth during the next demo sections. But let me talk about how the automation profile works for Atera. First of all, you can create as much as automation profile you want, and then you can assign to a site, a company, a group of computers, or a specific device. And we have each profile you can do patching, software update, scripting, and some minor like this handling management, reboot, or any others. Okay, and you can control, you can exclude certain patches not to install, exclude certain software not to install, update. It's up to you, and you can schedule it and run it for you. And we have a AI engine that help you to generate scripts. So in case you want to run some scripts, maybe specific for your environment, maybe you have a proprietary software. After install, they need to maybe upgrade or install, remove certain temp file, back up the config, and then download new config from where, or run the script with regular expression to change certain figures with your device ID, whatever. You can ask our AI to help you to generate the scripts and then test it and run it automatically. It's great, right? So one more slide to go. With all those automation control and patching and platform, so it do help you to fulfill certain different kind of compliance, like the ISO or the HIPAA, many others, GDPR, NIST framework. Yeah, so many of them. So it also fill lots of gaps for many others solutions you may not have. Okay, let's go to demonstration. Let me stop the slides and then go to the browser. Give me a second. Okay. So here is I think I need to enlarge a little bit. Yeah, hope you guys can see it. Okay. So now let's go quickly walk through a few important things that I mentioned or are related to our topic, endpoint monitoring, right? So, but anyway, when an engineer log in, as I said, we license for engineers, we license for login, how many of you guys log in it? So we will see an overview. Okay, first of all, we know, of course, we know about the tickets that are assigned to me, not assigned to me, or overdue, or any alerts like, okay, there's a website is down. Okay, it's no good, so I have to check, right? This look like a internal portal, or this is a NAS. Yeah, anyway. But anyway, any others like a shutdown, a log on, log off, whatever. Okay, and we have number of active device per site or per type, and any others tickets, and this is a critical overdue tickets. Yeah, many information. So today we won't go for very deep in tickets, but just take a very look, have a look. It's just not like a normal ticketing system that you have to handle it, assign it, change the status, reply it. Something I want to highlight that you can make use of the generative AI to generate reply for you and make it more casual, more formal. Or of course, you can still apply to templates. Yeah, that's all for tickets. We don't go deep today. So let's talk about endpoints management and monitoring. So you can create multiple sites. Each site you can assign different endpoints. It can be move it around, or when you install agent, you can choose the agent belongs to which site. If you got a folder, you can create a folder and assign to a folder. Okay, it's simple, right? Then for the site, you can have some contact information, user information. You can sync with the AD or show AD and import. And mainly, of course, you know how many devices actively in your site and related access. So for the endpoints, what we can see, let's take a look. Let me find a device view. I use it from here, so I can have a device view, which is a available online device under my testing site called my lab. And then let's pick on Windows device. So for the Windows device, first we can see the alerts here, and there's pending patches and software updates, and we can see the host name, work group, WAN IP address, local IP address, active login user, last seen, last reboot, time zone, agent version, hardware information like render, CPU, memories, this info, OS, and security. And we can create custom field and attachment. So this is number one. We can have basic information for your endpoints. Number two, you can do lots of things on that. First, of course, you can, because we are remote management, right? So we can do patch management. I will show you later, software inventory and software install. And more detail, you can run some scripts, control the service with service manager, like restart service, disable service, or based on the task, you can stop some process, restart process, whatever, and reboot a computer, one scripts combined or PowerShell, and then reboot it. For Windows, you can read and edit the registry. You can transfer file and see the event viewer. And you can turn on the agent to have chat with the user in case it's required. So this is a management part. So how about the monitoring? Okay, so for monitoring and the IT automation, we are using those profile. Okay, so let's take a look on the threshold profile. So the threshold profile is the things that we do monitoring. By default, we have some preset like PC, Mac, laptop, Linux, and Win server. So we can adopt those preset and do any changes as you want and create a new profile and assign to different computers. So for example, here we have the memory usage, CPU temperature, hard drive temperature and usage. And this is a mismatch for if this a PC because we have exchange queue, but I don't have, but I set it as for example. And you can add additional field to monitor if you want. So we have some preset like we can alert you in that if there is a software install, uninstall, or failed attempt, and you can choose the alert severity. For different alert severity, you can have different actions. One of the major point here is we can choose to auto create tickets when there's a warning alerts or critical alerts. So you will have a auto fire up tickets based on those alerts, and then you can have ticketing rules to route those tickets to the correct person. So it's really proactively handle those different kind of problems. And of course, we are not just that. You can have much more fields and functions, like is your AV is active, the last scan, this status, whatever. If you have something more customized, you can create a script-based monitoring. So you can create scripts to gather information you want, and then create rules how we to detect it. For example, if the website cannot show our company name, it means it's down, then we file a critical alerts. Or we have a custom software which it must run with like 9 different important Windows service. Any one of them our system will fail. You can run the scripts to, of course, you can monitor service one by one, or you can run a script to monitor those services. And then you can also create auto healing scripts. So back to the service example, if a critical system like POS, they may have few different service that we required, maybe the accounting systems service and billing, payment, whatever. So in case there's any of the service down, you can we'll make our system to try to auto run those self-healing scripts for service. Of course, we may try to restart it. In case that this is very full, we try to clean up or remove some temp file, or we put a server, we put certain device, you can make it available with these self-healing scripts, come with alerts. Okay, so this is the threshold and monitoring. It applies to all the device with our agent. You can do monitoring based on that. So it's a proactive continuous monitoring. Okay, or you can have some script like in case there is a that you need to create some scripts, a malware alert or something that we can create, or you can based on a Windows event ID, event security, whatever, then you can create an alerts based on that. So let's go to the patch and automations. Let me go to the admin, and then we go to the software manager. Oh, sorry, it's patch management and the IT automation. Just like the monitoring, we can have a different kind of profile and assign to different PC and device. So we create a new one. Okay, then here is more clear. So first of all, we can choose group of patches for device. like for Windows, we can do critical updates. We can do criticals only, or we can do all the security updates, service pack, driver tools. That you can choose do it or not in the profile, or the Mac and Linux auto updates come with the OS. In case you want to exclude certain incompatible patches, you can exclude it here. So you can manage and postpone certain patches, okay? And for software, you can create a software bundle. You can choose from the list, like here. So this is some software that software bundle you can put on the automation profile. Then we will help you to install if it not exists, update it to most up-to-date version if that is available. Okay, and there's two different slots for Windows. One, a community repository, which is an open source Windows software package community, which called Chocolatey, and you can make use of the community repository, which is free to use but have a IP limit for concurrency download. Now, most of the case for Windows, we usually WinGet, which is from the Windows Store. You can use those updates from Windows Store. For Mac, you use Homebrew. Okay. For Linux, you may need to run some script to do updates besides those Linux packages. Okay. Also, you can upgrade some Windows build for Win 10 or Win 11, but it is highly recommend you put it as a separate profile and do it on demand. For this automation, we recommend you have a automation profile for different group of device. First, pilot groups, so you can make it test passively on all the patches and updates. Second is the production group. Third is the critical group. So you can put it on the first, second, or fourth week of third week to ensure that you have a proper cycle, but need not to test every patch or updates, because you can rely on the pilot group and the protection group on those updates. Of course, you can have a more fine separate group, but usually we recommend at least you have 3. So you won't have a accidental disaster updates that apply to some critical server from day one. You can wait and see to ensure that you can updates for those critical devices. Okay, and also you be aware of the time zone and the offline agent, what you want to do, then you assign to different groups. And also there's some script you can make use of. Let's take a look at the script. I like it very much. So for script, of course, you can create yourself. If you have your existing one, you can upload it here, or you can visit our shared script library, which is a contribute from different other users. You can take a look and copy the scripts. Highly recommend you verify and validate them before you really use it. Or you can rely on our lovely AI engines to generate scripts for you. Let's wait for a moment. So you can have a Copilot script generator. Maybe help me to set the home page for Chrome, Edge, Firefox, and as example.com. So that can be manual, but sometimes you may want it auto. So they have asked it to generate a script, help you to set the home page of different browser to a certain website. Then you can use it and run it and save it and run it, or put in a schedule or the one-time task if you want. So this is about the automation profile. So based on this, we also have the patch management. Okay, So the automation profile is a broad automation process to automate all your patches. In case there's some device you would like to have more manual or precise control on the patches and updates, you can go to this patch management profile to monitor certain device. If they install certain patches, then you can apply a patch manually here, and you can see overall, and you can see the patches by device. You can see by the OS patches and by different kind of patches that you would like to control and monitor. Okay, so you can, if you got certain KB or patches which you think is important, that you want to do it right now, then you can make use of our patch management tools to do that. Okay. One more thing is about the network discovery. Find that. Yep. So for network discovery, as I said, it's also very important, but very simple. So I put it last item. So you can set up a network scan with the network discovery console. So you may ask, how can I scan? You said that you are a cloud service, right? Very correct. So we make use of certain agents. In our case, all of the agents we install to do monitoring, management, you can make use of it to help you to scan the target subnet as an internal PC. Okay, so let's take a look. I think we have something here. Yeah. So this is a demo site. So you can see they can scan. You can scan with Atera with the one of the agent and find out any unknown device, offline device later, than something like that. And you can scan also through SNMP, not just IP protocol. You can SNMP to dig out something more. And also you can find, is there any unknown device or storage device or something like that. Also, we can generate a scan report, so you can know what by types, workstation server types, monitor status. So you see this site only 4 devices being monitored. The 16 device is not monitored. Here means we install an agent to monitor the device. Okay, so the OS agent and the storage capacity. One more thing I've referred here is the security. Okay, so after we scan all those rough device which is not under our monitoring, we are not stopped there. We will scan the device with open ports and find out is there any potential vulnerabilities. So which is a simple Nmap scan to find out is the device alive, is the device have open ports, and there's a known vulnerabilities. Okay, yeah, these open ports and vulnerabilities. So it helps you guys to find out any rough device that is. First of all, you may not know. And a second is there any agent or device we missed to install agent to control it? So make sure you have a better monitoring and control of your device in your site. Don't forget, we don't license for your device, so it is always a plus if you install and monitor all the device on your site, in case it is a production or testing or UAT platform, whatever. Okay, so go back to, maybe we can take a look for report. We still have some time. So yeah, so we go to report. Yes, so we have 2 types of report. One is operational reports, which is some preset, easy to understand reports. And an analytical report is a dynamic, and user can configure those in-depth report. We have few preset to help you to create based on it. You can change the criteria, remove or add some widget on the report and generate. So even the simple report, in the point of security, we can do like a software inventory. We can run all the software lists from the software inventory. And also we can run on the security patches one. Yeah, let me find is that preset customer report, technical reports. So we also have an OS report, and we have technical overview, tickets, summaries, and also others, or the analytic report for like patching software, ticket status, tickets comparison, also for that. Okay, so let's go back to the slides. So this is demo. So okay, that's all. That's for today. Okay, so so we talk about some attack recently, SME issues, the lack of visibility to endpoints. They even not know is there any AV install up and running. In some certain cases, we don't have auto updates or patching. So with Atera, we can help you to achieve many of those criteria that you can enhance the monitoring and protection of your endpoints to fight against those emergent threats like ransomware or malware or any other zero-day attack. So that's all for today. If you got any questions, please leave it a message. Otherwise, that's the end of today. Thank you.